reading friends, it's Dano from Books by Dano, and today I'm doing my January wrap up and February setup in my reading journal. I am so excited for this. It has been a pretty good reading month so far, as you can see, sort of lots on there, and I didn't read anything from my 25 in 2025 backlist, so that is one negative that I need to work on for future months. But all in all, my reads were pretty good, so lots of 4 stars and even a 5 stars, a couple in the 3 and 3.5, but 3 and 3.5 is still above halfway, so that's pretty good for me. I did buy one book, even though I accidentally wrote 0 there because I was planning on not buying any, and I accidentally marked it as the wrong colour there because I technically bought it and read Onyx Storm, so my bad. I haven't completed any intentions so far, and I am doing okay with my series. So I have completed the Imperium for where it's out for this year. I got my 1 5-star read there. First up, we're going to go, actually, no, we'll go through in order. So we're just going to put in my best book of January first, and that goes to Onyx Storm. It was my only 5-star read of the month. So I tried to pre-plan what book covers I need, and I definitely think I've forgotten something, but here's hoping I haven't. Hoping I did a good job actually prepping myself. Okay, so that is there. Alright. Now, I'm not filling out the matrix until the end of the year. That's all good, and that's all good. I think everything else I've been keeping updated on. A year, I've already completed that one, and I've already put in the book club. Okay, we're up to, oh, that's what I didn't do. I didn't put in Onyx Storm here. Silly me. Okay, I got that fixed. So I'm going in and putting a line for each book I read. So the order that they're in here is the order that I finished them, not necessarily the order that I started them. But I did start An Academy for Liars on the 1st. So where do I want to put that line? We'll just go here. If I go 1, and then I was thinking of just drawing a line, I guess. When did I finish that book? On the 5th. Oh, okay. I guess that kind of works. I don't know if I will do this every time I film this, or if I might have these already filled out too, because this is going to take a while. Wait, do I want to swap lines or not? Because I also, the 2's meant to indicate the start. So I'm like, do I want to draw another 2 or not? But otherwise I'll get confused. Maybe I'll just put a little 2 above it so that I can still see. Okay. Alright, next up I started Meet Cute on the 13th, and I finished that on the 15th. I'm just going to skip ahead. So that is my calendar all set out. So as you can see, I started off pretty well, and then I started to get in a slump. I just did not want to read Nettle and Bone, so it sort of slumped me a little bit. But that's okay. These things happen. Alright, now flicking all the way through to this page where I'm going to put my wrap up, which is so exciting. Alright, so first off I need my header, and since I have the start of the month called January Reads, I figured I'd call the end of it Read in January. I don't know if that actually needed an explanation, but I'm giving it to you. I'm also waiting until the end to see if there's any like space for decoration, because I do have quite a lot of info that I want to try and get in here. Oh, and I forgot to get my pens. So I already have these cut out on washi paper. I've been playing around with my settings of getting it to try and not cut all the way through. These ones were the first ones that I did, so they did cut all the way through. Okay, cool. Alright, and then I do have this one that's like books read in January. I feel like that's too much. Maybe if I just use the books read. Or do I not title it at all? Books read in January is too long of a title when I've just written read in January as my main title. See, this sheet, it didn't cut hard enough. So these ones were all really hard to get. Oh, I think I'm just going to have to actually cut around it. It is not pulling up at all, which is frustrating. I think it's just the outside edges that it's struggled to really pull up. Okay, and where am I putting this? I'm putting this... I tried to map this out and I don't know if it's going to work. Okay, books read. Alright, so then I'm going to put... I think I'm going to go in with circles again. I've been liking that and how it looks. Pen I've been using, but that's okay. What do I need? I need a 10. I'm so far away that I can't actually see if I'm in the dots. Okay, so I just went in and chucked in the circles for that, and I'm going to fill this out later. I'm not going to fill this in now, with the exception of like putting in the stickers. So I am then going to put in down the bottom here, I just got to make sure I'm leaving enough space for it, is 2, 4, 6. So here, these are going to be where I'm putting the first red, the last red of the month, my favorite, honorable mention, and then the longest book and the shortest book. So they're the ones that I decided to do. I was debating doing least favorite, but I don't really want to do that because there might be months where it's not that the books was bad, it's just everything else got a better rating than it. So I don't want to say that it wasn't, no, like I don't want to imply that I didn't like the book. So I'm thinking that these are what I'm going to do. And then I want a thicker one than that. I'll just go with this one for heading. Probably should have like had them sitting on the line, but that's okay. It will do. And alright, let's fill these books in. So the first one I read was Academy of Liars. So I just need to find those stickers in my folder. Why can I not find them? There it is. It was hiding from me. Oh, I thought I left more space in that. That's a tight squeeze. Okay. To know for future, leave more space. And then my last read was Onyx Storm. My favourite book of the month was also Onyx Storm. And my honourable mention is When the Moon Hatched, which again I need to find. Okay, now, what was my longest read? January. Let's have a look. I need to look it up. When the Moon Hatched was my longest. Not by much. Onyx Storm was pretty high up there, so When the Moon Hatched was, it's 50 pages difference. So they were still both pretty solid length reads. And then my shortest, what would that have been? Nettle and Bone, maybe? To be fair, my shortest read is actually Becoming the Dark Prince because it's a novella. But I think when I was printing all these out, I didn't really count it just because it was only 66 pages, so it was barely anything of a book. But I can't even find Nettle and Bone now either. Oh wait, no, I did make it for Prince. Never mind, take that back, take everything I said back. I'm debating whether or not to put, I've got the heading for that. I'm debating whether or not to put in a section of like listing what books I bought, but I definitely don't have a header for that at the moment. But I don't know, maybe I will. January starts. No, I want. Oh, maybe I don't. Actually, I don't think I have a header. No. Anyway, we are moving on to January starts. So I do need to put this right at the top because these take up quite a decent amount of space, although I think in my planning for future months I might change this layout up a bit more. Okay, so I do have these pie charts to put down, although I don't have the colours with me to fill them in, which is not helpful at all, but that's okay. You live and you learn as you go through and make these videos and how to improve, right? Okay. So first stat that I'm putting down is my star ratings. So that's just going in there. And then I'm going to go in with this pen. I want to give myself like, maybe I'll do the line again first. I can't remember what, I think I used that. Oh, I'm just going to use this pen for the line. It's fine. I feel like I need to go lower than what I was planning though. And then the ratings that I have are a 3, 3.5, a 4, 4.5, and a 5. So what I'm thinking is I'll then write in how much, like in this one, how many they got it, and then when I have the colours I'll just put a little square of what the colours are for each one. So I had 1 3-star, 2 3.5s, 4 4-stars, 2 4.5s, and 1 5-star. Okay, so that's my ratings. Then we're going to go the audience demographic, which is this one here. Oops, throwing it around. Alright, and then I didn't do the ones that I have nothing for there, so I think I won't do them for the rest, just so it doesn't look strange. So I only had young, oh, I shouldn't have done that. That takes up too much room. I didn't think about this. Yeah, okay. Lessons learned. I need to move this out further so I can write these in properly. That does not work where I've got it. And I feel like there is a whole lot of wasted real estate on this page, but that's okay. We're going to fill that in with decorations for this month and then learn from it for next. So I read 3 young adult, 6 new adult, and 1 adult. And basically what I'm capturing that as is books that the main characters are like teenagers, so up to 18. Then new adult is 18 to around 30, depending on the style it's written in. And then adult is definitely 25 plus, depending on how it's written. Or if it doesn't mention a age at all. And obviously they're older than 18. Okay, up next we're doing format. I like that consistency of how I view age demographics, because I think there's too many things that get chucked into YA where the characters are 18 and over, and I'm like, no. YA to me is something that anyone from 13 to 18 is sort of reading. And there's books with 18-year-olds in it that, not that well, okay, to be fair, I don't know what I would do in the situation of having a child and whether or not I would let them read certain books. There's books that, to me, I would rather the more heavily explicit stuff be in new adult, and then you can choose whether or not you want to allow your children to read that category or not, rather than it being in young adult and you don't really know. That's sort of how I see it. Okay, I'm just going to quickly put the other two down now because peeling these is really frustrating. So the next graph is for series, and then the last graph is my ownership status of the book. So, okay. Let's go in and draw these lines. Yeah, so there's definitely space for these to come over more so that I can have a longer thing. Okay, and then what did I say? Up next is format, and the options for this one are physical, then digital, audio, or immersive. Actually, well, I've got this pen out. I'm just going to do the others. So then we've got series, which has starting, continuing, finishing. I just realized I put finishing in, but that's a 0, and I didn't do zeros for any of the others, but oh well, it's too late now. And then we've got standalone as well. And then lastly is ownership. So I've got own and library. I'm thinking of splitting up the library into like my physical library that I attend, or I also use a US based library where I get things digital and a lot of my audiobooks from there. So I think I might in future also split them up as well. So format, I read 5 physical, I read 2 digital, 2 audio, and 1 immersive. And then series, I started 2, I continued 4, and 4 were standalone. And then ownership, I owned 6, and 4 were from the library. Okay, so I'm just going to quickly write all these in and then I'll be back with you. Okay, so I have some of the stickers left over, but I don't know if any of them, like, maybe I'll just do that one. These are all too big, so they're not really going to work. I mean, I could just cut that out a little bit. I mean, that would be cute. Maybe if I just put it there and just cut that. Okay, I'm going to do that. That works. And then if I put this one, yeah. Then I do have some glasses that I'll just put in to fill, because why not? Alright, so that is January done. That took a lot longer than I thought. I'm just going to cut this off. And then we just need to prep for February. So, for February decoration wise, I'm using this sticker book, which is like a blue whimsical style. And I was thinking about possibly using one of these to then put February in, but I feel like that's going to be way too small on the page. I don't think any of them are quite big enough. Like even, it's probably the biggest, but that still feels really small. I don't think there's anything else. I could do February and just put that over it. I don't really want to use. Okay, I think that's the best thing I'm going to be able to do is do February in the middle and then just put some flowers under it like it's sitting on the February. Yeah, if I do that one. Okay, that's what I'm going to do. Watch me stuff this up completely. I mean, it's not great, but it's not the end of the world. Okay, so I was going to put this one down in that section. Oh, it's going to be covered by the wire, but that's okay. And then I think I might go in and put some of these larger girls in. Like I really quite like this one. Or maybe this one where she's like sitting down with her patchwork. I don't really want to do more beds. Ooh. Oh, that is really sheer. Okay, it doesn't look as bad on paper. I think it'd be weird having two lots of girls on the page. Look, I'm going to leave it like that for now and come back to it if I want to fill it more. Because I also don't want to fill it just for the sake of filling it. But I could put like even one of these down in the corner. I'll come back to that. I'll see how I go with the setup. Okay, so I can't even remember the plans for this. I don't have plans set for this. When does February finish? I'm so used to doing cycles in my daily planner that I haven't had to draw a month calendar in a long time. So it starts on a Saturday, finishes on a Friday. So it's that without those three. Okay. Let's see if I can mark this out appropriately. So, if I line this up here, one day I'll be smart and actually create a stencil for this. I don't think this is going to work. Why do I make things so hard on myself? It's there. Okay, and then I've got 5 boxes up. So 1, 2, 5, 5, 1, 2, 5, 1, 2, 5, and then how many was it across? 4? Yeah, 4 across. So 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2. So it's Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday. And when I say this started on a Saturday, yep. So we're going to go 5 up here. And then 2. And 2. Good. And then this one is 5, 2, 4, 5, 2, 4, 5, 2, 2, 4, 5 there, and then these ones go across here. Okay. Okay, I got that down. That Friday is very sideways, but that's okay. And now I'm just going in with my February reads header. Just realized that I didn't actually mark off that I did actually read Onyx Storm as a buddy read in January. I left that blank. I will at some point have to go back and fix that. February reads. Okay, and then I'm just going to go in and put 1 to 5 along here, just to start it off. Okay, moving on to the other side. Now, what did I do for this page? Yeah, refer back to January. Readathon reads, book club reads, buddy reads, and then D12 picks. I think I'm just going to copy and paste essentially for February. I've got nothing else going on. Yeah, that's what I'm going to do. Alright. So I need readathon reads. I think I'll draw in both of these circles, but actually I don't know why I have a circle here. Doesn't really need it, just looks nice. It's like just a way of pointing that there's a new thing there. I'll leave it. Okay, so I've definitely got, that's my circle, the 2025 year in LDR, and then whatever book I decide to read for that, and then I'm going to skip 1, and then I've got my Google Readathon, and then skip 1, and I'll just put 1 circle there for Magical Readathon for the catch-ups. And then I'll do from sort of the bottom up, I guess, my buddy reads. I don't have any planned at all, but it's nice to have a spot for it. And then how many spots do book club need? How many book clubs am I in? I don't know if I'm continuing on with this book club just because I couldn't get into Malice. I think I need to listen to it while reading it, and I just don't have the time, or like it's not lining up with my library to have both books out at the same time. So I'll still put it in for February just in case. But what's that? That's, if I draw the circles in first, that would be a lot easier, wouldn't it? Alright, so I need to circle in this line, because this is what book clubs, yeah, so I'm not joining any other book clubs this month, so it's not like this list will add. And then the 3, can't tell if that's within the lots. Okay. And then do I have, just realised I have book club reads, like this header printed twice for some reason. Got no idea why. Okay, and then I need to set up my D12. What did I do? I did a 4 by 4. And where's my pen? Run away. 2, 4, 2, 4, 2, 4. Did I 4 by? Yeah, 4 by 5 for the 20. 2, 4. Okay. And then it's 2, 4, 2, 4, 2, 4, 2, 2, 4. That's 4. 2, 4. That's 5. Okay. Okay. There's that in. And then my header is D12. I mean D20, not D12. He's saying D12, but it's a D20. That took way too long to get off the page. D20 picks. Okay, now to just go in with a little bit of decoration. I kind of want something long there, so maybe one of these girls will actually work well. Maybe a standing one. Might go this one. She's pretty. So pretty. And then I might leave that spot because there is a readathon that I've kind of been seeing stuff about, and I'm debating whether or not I want to do it. So I'm going to leave that. But just thinking, could I fill that in with that though? Or I could go, ooh, I could go that way. Although I haven't used any other pinks. Is there another one? Or is that all? No, that's it. Maybe I'll do this one because it's not as pink. And then run it. This way, right on that edge. Cute. Yep, love it. And then I feel like that top needs something, so I could do a shoe or some flowers. Maybe like a jewelry box. I mean, that's cool, but I think that's a bit too long. I think I'm going to go this jewelry box here. If I can get it off the page. Ooh! No, 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 no. You know what, that's fine there. And then maybe some flowers. I'll go these flowers. Look, I can always add more at the end of the month too, when I know exactly how much room everything takes up. Okay, so we did all that for January. I still probably will go back in and put more decorations on here through the month for February, and then the setup for February. So I'm excited. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you all next time. Bye.